Hi, what's going on, guys? Scalz 311 back, and I got the new expansion. Well, I don't know how new it is, honestly. It's new to me. The Shadows of Brimstone expansion, the Caverns of Cynders, which has a whole bunch of new tiles, a whole bunch of new cool stuff. Adds a new enemy, the Lava Man. Here's a close look of what his model looks like for the Lava Man guy. Adds him. Adds a couple variants on some of the other enemies. Adds a whole bunch of cool stuff. Some tokens to help keep track of experience and money, which is kind of cool. This whole bag here, I'm not really going to use them, but there's a whole bag of tokens, 10s, 510s, 500s, 100s, 50s that you can use to help keep track of your experience and money. I'm using the app on the phone for that, but other than that, it's nice to have if you don't have that app. So we completed our first adventure. Last video series. Scalz, the U.S. Marshal, and Grey Wolf, our Indian Scout. They went to town. Scalz made some money. He got some Darkstone bullets, so all his damage is +1 damage this adventure. He also won some money gambling. Grey Wolf bought some bandages in town, and he got a bounty for stranglers. So you can make some extra money for every strangler killed. So all that stuff is good, and now we're going to move on to another adventure. So I have 3 adventure books. Of course, the new one. We have the City of Ancients, which is from one of the 2 core sets here. City of Ancients, and then we have the Swamps of Death. And they each have different types of adventures in them. They each have 6 basic ones that are the same, and then they have 6 separate ones based on that actual thing, expansion. So we're going to randomly roll for our next adventure. So I'm going to roll a D3. 1 and 2 is City of Ancients. 3 and 4 is the Swamps. 5 and 6 is the Caverns of Cynders. Let's see what we get. 6. Alright, Caverns of Cynders book. So in the book, it explains how you can roll for new adventures. Actually, this is going to be rough. The Cavern of Cynders doesn't have any actual basic missions. They're all just the ones from this book. So we're going to have to do one of these new ones. So that's going to be interesting. I've read a bit of this book. Some of this I still have to go over, though. So we'll see how we do. So a D6. 1. Alright, so we'll start early, I guess. So Cracks in Reality is the first mission that we're going to do. So at least it's the first mission in the new book. Alright, let's see what this has here. So down in the local mines. Down in one of the local mines, cracks have opened up in the very fabric of space and time and are pouring void energy out into the world. This is having a terrible effect on the nearby towns and ranches, mutating the cattle out of control and driving men mad. One of the frontier blacksmiths in town tells you that he believes that he has created a set of runes imbued with Darkstone that could be used to seal these cracks. If you could fight your way out through the hordes of creatures and find all of the cracks in reality, you may just be able to save these people before the cracks expand and consume the whole area. Alright, so that's our little setup for this mission, or a little background. The mission uses the standard setup, and all heroes start on the mine entrance map tile as normal, so that's good. Let's see, there's actually a new one so the cinder tiles, the backs of them kind of look like this. They're very cool, fire and crazy. And then the mine map tile actually is kind of dark looking. So why don't we use the new one for this? And I need to work on getting that glare off again. Forgot about that. go. It's a little better. Yeah. Okay. So let's get our heroes. We got Scalz starting here, and we have Grey Wolf coming in. They're both still level 1, but Scalz has 315 XP, and Grey Wolf has 215. You need 500 to level, so Scalz should level relatively soon, I hope. Alright, so after that, let's see what else we're doing with this mission. The mission goal. The heroes must fully explore the mine to its darkest depths to find all the cracks and seal them before they can expand out of control. Each time the heroes find a clue icon, they have found one of the cracks that needs to be sealed. So we're looking for clues again. Immediate dread. For this mission, Grow and Dread cards are revealed immediately when drawn, rather than being placed on the stack. Oh boy. Okay. Objectives. Finding a crack. Each time the heroes find a clue icon, they have discovered one of the cracks in reality deep in the mine. After resolving any encounters and attacks there, the heroes automatically seal up the crack using the special runes provided by the local blacksmith. Immediately roll the peril die and move the hero posse marker that many spaces forward on the depth track. Okay. When the hero posse marker has reached the darkness start space on the depth track, they have fully explored the mine, having found and sealed every crack. Once the remaining enemies on the board have been defeated, the heroes have successfully completed the mission. Okay, so basically, a little different. We want to get our, every time we seal the crack, we roll a peril die, which is a 3 to a 6, and we add that many to our depth track. And then as we get to the, if we ever get to the end, then we win. So exploring rooms will still add to this, and then those peril dies will add. But it also makes it harder to hold back the darkness, I guess, because we're still going to go through over those thresholds. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do. Okay, so let's get started, I guess, right? Might as well. Alright, so we hold back the darkness right off the bat. We need a 7+. And we get a 9, so we're good there. So, drop my die. Grey Wolf goes first, rolls for movement. Rolls a 2, which is a 3 for him. So he heads up here. He's going to scavenge. Gets a 6, so we scavenge right off the bat. Nice. Alright, he gets nothing here, starting like we did last time. 10 XP. Alright, so 225 for our boy. And then Scalz rolls a 1, so he gets a grit. And he's moving up 1. So he cannot scavenge because the tile is already scavenged. So now we go back to hold back the darkness. An 8, so we're good there. Grey Wolf gets a 5, so he moves to the end of the tile. He's gonna search. He's searching ahead. So we are in the regular mine. So now they added more cards to the mine map deck from the expansion. They added more cards to that, to the encounters, to the mine artifacts. One card for each type of threat, except for epic. And then they have their own separate whole deck for the mine, for the other world. So there's a few new cards in here as well. So we could even pick out of the mine map. But, of course, we get the rail tunnel, which we've already had last game. So starting fresh. Well, not fresh, but starting back with what we already know. And since we had it twice, it's like right... No, it's not right on top. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's actually not the one I was thinking. There's another rail one that we had before a couple times. Here we go, rail tunnel. Alright, so this connects like so. Alright. Move that up a little bit. So we get a exploration token on there. And it is Scalz' turn. Rolls a 4. So he's going to stay on the edge of the tile here with his buddy. And flip the tile and see what we get. Well, already we got a clue. But we also got a Grow in Dread and an encounter. And remember, Grow in Dreads are instantly used in this. We could cancel them if they each spend a grit, because you can do that with Grow in Dread if you want, and they each have grit now. So we could technically cancel it if it's really bad. First we do the doors. There's 2 doors, so both of these are actually doorways here, because there's 2 doors on the tile, on the token. So let's do the Grow in Dread first. Okay, remember if I shuffle the Grow in Dread cards up. Do a quick shuffle. Alright, so you shudder to think what lay before you. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the death track. You know, it's not that bad, I'll do that. I'm not going to spend my grit. It doesn't actually hurt us right now. That bad. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we get an encounter. So we have to complete the encounter before we move on to sealing up the crack. So basically, in this first room, there's already a crack in reality that we need to seal up. And we get a Darkstone deposit. Shards of Darkstone protrude from the walls here, giving the room a faint purple glow. Strength 5+ for everybody. For every 5+ a hero rolls, they may collect 1 Darkstone. Then roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, creatures are attracted by the smell, and we get attacked. Okay. So strength tests, 5 or more. Scalz has 2 strength. And no bonuses to that strength. And he gets a 5, so he passes. Grey Wolf gets 2 strength as well. No bonuses. 5 and a 6, they both pass. Well done. Well done, my boys. So they each collect 1 Darkstone shard. Scalz spent 1 already in town last time to get those Darkstone bullets, so he gets that back right away. Then roll a d6, so even if we pass, we still have to roll a d6 to try to get it, to see if we get attacked. A 1, 2, or 3. 6. Nice, we don't get attacked. Alright, so this just goes away. We're good. So this goes up 1 anyway, from going to the new room, and now we get to roll a peril die to move it up even farther as we seal up the crack. And we get a 5. Awesome. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're already at 8+. Which is rougher for us holding the darkness back, but we need to get to the end to win the adventure. So overall, we want to move that thing as fast as possible in this particular adventure. Okay, good start. So now we have to hold the darkness back for our next one. We need 8, and we got an 8. Grey Wolf gets a 5, which is a 6 for him. We're going to move this way, it's closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to open up the way to the next room. No time like the present. He gets the track stop. We actually had this one last time too. Alright, so there's our track stop. Throw an exploration token on it. Another room opened up. And there's still advanced. I'm not going to use the advanced part of the card here until we get our guys up at least one level, I think. So I'm still going to just go basic here. Once they level up once, they get a little bit of experience, then I'm going to start using those. So hopefully by the next one we'll be using it. Okay, so Scalz is up. He gets a 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to scavenge the room back here. And does not do it. So that's the end of the turn. So let's see what we get. Oh, encounter times 2. With 2 doorways. And there's only 2 doorways coming out of here, so we don't have to roll for the doors again. But we do get 2 encounters. So we get, whoops, Black Blood of the Earth, which is actually a new one from the new expansion that I got. And Underground Waterfall. Well, let's do Black Blood of the Earth first, I guess. This chamber holds a massive pool of bubbling black liquid, gooey and vicious. The pool pulsates with a rhythm of life that is mesmerizing to your mind. Alright, choose. Move closer and investigate. One person has to do a lore 6 test or spirit 5 random. So the lore, who do we got for lore? Grey Wolf is 3, U.S. Marshal is 1, Spirit is 3 and 2. Okay, so the lore test, you actually get more XP, but it's a lore 6. You can discard D3 corruption points if you succeed. If not, you have to roll a peril die of hits and a peril die of horror hits before you drag yourself out. Or the random person, if they pass, they get 20 XP. If not, they still have to do the other thing. But it's a 5+ instead of a 6+. I think we're going to do... Does anybody have corruption? Yeah, Scalz has 1, Grey Wolf has none. So the corruption's not that bad right now. I think we're going to go with the random Spirit 5 test. Alright, 1, 2, 3 is Scalz. Alright, good, because he's got better Spirit. Grey Wolf has to do it. He has 3 Spirit. And he needs a 5 or more. Nice, we get a 6, so he passes. So he gets 20 XP for Grey Wolf for passing that. And that's it. Random person, if you pass, 20 XP. Okay, so that worked. But now we have to worry about the Underground Waterfall card, because we had 2 encounters. So this one says... Roar and water cascades down from the chamber above, pooling before draining through holes in the floor. Cave fungus and moss grows here, making it rocky, wet floor, slick under your feet. Heroes on this map tile may not escape from adjacent enemies. Also, roll a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, the roar of the waterfall has masked the sounds of approaching enemies. Ambush attack. Ugh. Okay, it remains in play. So we cannot escape from adjacent enemies, and a 1, 2, or 3 is an ambush. 5, no ambush. We're getting some good rolls. Alright, but this card remains in play, so we still cannot escape from enemies on this map tile. So we'll keep it there for now. Alright, hold back the darkness. 3, that's a fail. And that's a darkness card. Restless Dead. All undead enemies are now +1 initiative and +1 move. Remains in play, so that's for the rest of the game. Okay, Grey Wolf needs to get across this tile. Rolls a 3, which is 4. If they connect, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that connects there. 4. So you got all the way to the end here. So he is looking in. I want to get off this tile and get a move on. So we get a T-junction passage. No exploration tile token. Alright, not quite what I hoped. I want rooms. Alright, so we have to get rid of some of the stuff in the back here. At least this one. Can go back in. Put the T-junction passage down like so for now. There you go, that'll work. He's right here. Scalz is way behind, that's the problem. He went way up. But I guess the good thing is we don't have an expiration tile there, or so token. So it could be worse. The underground waterfall still stays on this tile. Okay, so Scalz gets to go, and he rolls a 1. Oh, he's full grid. He's going to use it to roll again. Rolls a 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go right there. And he's going to scavenge this tile. And it gets a 6, so we get 1. So we have to scavenge the tile with the waterfall. And he gets a useful discovery, 10 XP, and a gear card. Nice. So Scalz with 10 more XP puts him at 325. And a gear card, Cavalry Saber, weapon. You may make a melee attack as well as a ranged attack during your activation. Wow. That's pretty awesome. You may make a melee attack as well as a ranged attack during your activation. Holy cow, so you can attack twice. So you can shotgun guys and melee guys. That's pretty cool. He's definitely keeping that for now. You know what the problem is, though? That's a one-handed weapon. I don't know if he'll be able to use it because it's a one-handed weapon and his shotgun's a two-handed weapon. And I think you have to decide in the beginning of your turn if you have what you're going to be equipped with. If he had a one-handed gun and a one-handed saber, maybe he can do it. But with a two-handed weapon, I don't know if he can do both. I feel like he can't. I'll have to check in on that maybe. I don't know. Okay. Regardless, let's move on for now. So, roll back the darkness, hold back the darkness, 8 plus 6. Alright, it's moving up. Grey Wolf gets a 4. He's going to go here. He's going to look ahead into the mine and find the boiler room. Alright, so there's the boiler room, exploration token. And Scalz gets to go. Get a good roll. 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3. He's 1 away. He's going to scavenge the passage. He's doing all the scavenging. Doesn't get one though that time. Alright, so what do we get? Attack with no clue. 1 doorway of the 3. So let's see which one is the door. The card goes like this. So the door is here. So we block off here and there. Okay. And we get an attack, which is a low threat in a 2-player game. So it's a regular attack, not an ambush. we get 6 Void Spiders. We haven't seen the Void Spiders yet. They're pretty much the most basic of enemies. That's a good thing to get if you're going to get guys. So here's what the Void Spiders look like. Freaky little buggers. Some fang things up front and teeth on the bottom. Alright, so because they are... it's a normal attack, they start back here in the checkerboard pattern. This is actually a tile, so you would go there. He would go here, and he would go here. Okay, so the Void Spiders, let me find the card. There they are. Alright, let's take a look at them. We haven't seen them before. Void Spiders. They are Beast and Void enemies. Small with a 6 initiative, so they're fast. They have no abilities. 8 move, 4 escape, range none, melee 4, 2 combat dice, 2 damage, no defense, 3 health, 10 XP apiece. So they're not the worst by far. They're probably the best things to fight in this game. Unless you want to get a lot of XP, of course. Okay, so we open that up. They're going to get around us, though. And because we're not blocking off, so we're going to have more than 2 attacks at a time. First we need to hold the darkness back. And we don't, and that's another darkness card. Ugh. Whispering voices. We knows you are here. Come join us. Each hero takes D6 horror hits. Alright, let's start with that. Scalz takes 2 horror hits. He gets 2 more to block. So he takes 1 horror hit. And Grey Wolf takes 6 horror hits, so shit. And that's 4 plus. Ooh, he saves all but 1. Nice. So he takes 1 sanity damage as well. Not too bad. Also, 1 random hero must pass a Spirit 4 test or immediately roll once on the Madness table. Oh, that's bad. Holy cow. Random hero. Alright, so it's Scalz, whose spirit is only 2. 4 plus test. Oh, he failed. He's rolling. He's using his grit. We don't want a madness. 5. Yes, we passed it. Oh, that was close. Madness table. It's bad stuff. Okay, so now we get to go into the actual fight. So the Void Spiders will go first with their 6 initiative. They move 8. So this guy's going to go 1, 2. Well, first we see who they're attacking first. 3 is Scalz, so he'll get around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's going to go here to make as much room as possible for his buddies. And then this guy is going after him. 1, 2, 3, so he can easily get to here. They always go around to the back side first to make room for people in front. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's random again. So he's going after him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they go to the back. So he actually, Scalz gets lucky here. He only gets 1 on him. So this guy's going to move forward here. This guy's going to move right here. And then this guy's just going to move up. So Scalz has 1 on him. And Grey Wolf has 4. Doesn't seem fair, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. For these guys. So let's get a little closer into there. Sorry. Alright, there we go. Okay, so Void Spiders first. So the one on Scalz, 2 combat dice, 4 more hit. 1 hit, gets through. So that's 2 damage. And 4. So it's 8 combat dice at 4 more hits for Grey Wolf. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. That could actually kill him if he doesn't save. That could actually kill him if he doesn't save. Alright. Alright, he saves 4 of them. So that's 4 damage. I'm going to take that. I have a grit, but I want to use it on the attack. Alright. Alright, so we're back. I had to go take a break for a little bit. So I believe the last thing that we did was the spiders attacked. And so now we get to do our first attack back. Pretty sure that's where we left off. So Grey Wolf is up. Roll for movement, 6. He can't move. So he's going to spend his grit and use his savage attack, which means he can use his Indian hatchet with a combat of 4 instead of 2. He needs a 4 more to hit with this thing. He gets 1 crit and 1 hit. Alright, he's got 4 guys on him. He's got to take these guys out. Crits aren't automatically kills on these spiders though because they have 3 health. And they have no defense, so it really doesn't matter the crit. He's going to go with the one in front first. So he needs a 3 or more to kill it. He got a 5. Nice. So this spider is gone. And these guys are 10 XP. So Grey Wolf gets up to 255. And then the other hit he's going to spend on the one next to him here, I think. Or maybe the one behind him. No, the one next to him here. And he gets a 6. Nice, that's another kill. So he kills this spider as well. That puts him up to 265. Alright, so he's done with his turn. So Scalz gets to roll for movement, gets a 6. He's in a shotgun now. I was thinking about the Cavalry Saber shotgun combo, and it wouldn't make sense to use it because when you start your activation, you have to say what you're going to have, what weapons you have equipped. Being that the shotgun's 2-handed and the Cavalry Saber's 1-handed, he's not going to be able to use them both on the same activation. If he had like a 1-handed weapon and the Cavalry Saber, I think he would. But I think there is a card that allows you to equip more than 2-handed weapons in the game, or something that does, so that it would work. But for now, he's kind of just going to use his shotgun, you know. So first shot with the shotgun. He needs 4 more. Gets a 7, which is a crit. He's going to fire at the one here. No, he has to do next to him, so the one behind him. First, next, the one that's attacking Grey Wolf. 3 or more. Hit 4. That's a kill. So that's 10 XP for Scalz. Puts him at 335. And then he also gets to roll for grit on a kill because of his Rolling Thunder ability. And a 4, 5, or 6 gets a 3. And because he killed with the shotgun, he gets another shot. So he's going to shoot at the one behind him. He has to. And that is a hit, which is a crit as well for 2 damage. I think he's just going to do the 2 damage to him. Oh no, he has Darkstone bullets. I forgot. He gets +1 damage on every shot. So it's actually 3 damage. So he's dead too. Gotta remember that. So that's 345. And since he killed somebody, he gets to roll for grit again. And he gets a 3. Oh, he doesn't get a grit. Alright, so that's a good turn for our guys. Alright, roll back, hold back the darkness. 4. The darkness is moving up fast this time. So the spiders go. So this one is still on the Grey Wolf. So this one is actually going to go on Scalz. And he's going to move behind him like he's supposed to. So that's 2 damage, 2 hits on Scalz, 4 plus, misses. 2 hits on Grey Wolf, 1 hit. And he does not block it, so that's 2 damage. Grey Wolf is taking some big damage already. He's taken 6 wounds out of 11 already. Alright, so then Grey Wolf goes, he gets a 1, so he gets a grit back. And he is going to use his carbine rifle on the one in front of him. 3 dice. That's 1 hit for 1 damage. Ugh. I think he's going to use his grit to re-roll that damage. We need a 3. Oh no, it's a 1. Oh, I hate when that happens. Alright, 1 damage on the spider. Scalz is up. Rolls to move with a 2. He's going to shotgun the one behind him. Oh, he had 2 hits on the one behind him, right? Yeah, I didn't wound him. Alright, so shotgun on the one behind him. Is a 2. He's going to grit that because that's a miss. 3. Oh, it was a 4-2 and it rolled off into a 3. So that's a whiff. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so those guys both whiffed. Roll for the darkness. 6, not enough. We get a Grow in Dread card. And on this one, we immediately reveal the Grow in Dread cards. So, we get Cosmic Insignificance. Every hero takes D6 horror hits. Any sanity lost from these hits is permanent. Oh man, that is horrible. Wow. There was no way to stop it. No way to stop this from coming. We don't have grit to get rid of it. Oh, that's terrible. Alright. So Scalz takes 1 horror hit. Okay. He can still save on it. 4, he saves it. Alright. So Grey Wolf takes 2 horror hits. And saves 1 of them. So he takes 1 damage of sanity. And he also adds a permanent damage, which means that he permanently lowers his sanity from 11 back to 10. Actually, from 10 to 9. But the Dusty Poncho he has gives him +1 sanity. So he's at 10, but he's actually has 9 total now. Permanently lowered it. That's nasty. Okay, that is a shitty card right there. Okay, so we got, spiders are up, Scalz, no hits, Grey Wolf, no hits, good. Grey Wolf rolls to move for 2. He's going to carbine the one in front of him. Actually, he's going to try to get away and get closer to the end. 4 plus, can he? Oh, he can't. Okay. So he's going to carbine. That's 2 hits. The first one on this guy here, that's 4, so that kills him. So that is 10 XP, 275. And then the other hit, he's going to shoot at the one behind him. And that's 3, so that kills him. He only had 1 health left anyway, but he got him with this shot. Puts him to 285. And that fight is done, but that was some damage taken there by our boys in that fight. Well, at least Grey Wolf. Took some damage, so now we roll for Catch Our Breath. So a D3 for Scalz. He rolls 2, so he gets both his health back. And Grey Wolf rolls 3, so he gets 3 health back. So that's nice. And then they each get loot cards, 1 each, because of the one card brought in enemy, so that's 1 loot card for each character. Scalz goes first, and he gets Darkstone Rock, 20 XP and D3 Darkstone. So that puts him at 365 XP and 3 Darkstone. Wow, he's up to 9 Darkstone. That's dangerous to have that many Darkstone. But it's nice if you want to get some money and get some weapon upgrades. And Darkstone Shard for Grey Wolf, 20 XP and 1 Darkstone. So the 4 and hits the 300 mark and experience points to 305.